Welcome to Smash Writing. I am your host today, Paul. Today we are doing the biggest wrestling event of the summer, as WWE likes to call it. And that is predictions for I think it's the 36th annual SummerSlam. Yay! Thank you. Okay, so we have a total of, let me count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches. 8 matches. Handy dandy notebook. Yay. So I got 8 matches here. Now we don't know what particular order, and of course these are the biggest events of the biggest matches they could come up with. Though I totally disagree with that, because explain to me how you have 2 of your biggest female stars in the history of WWE, unless one's legitimately injured, schedule issues, or a surprise appearance that these 2 are going to knock each other out of SummerSlam. You do not have Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus on this, the biggest woman star of yesteryear and the biggest current WWE female star, and you don't have them on the card. Instead, I'll be honest with you, you got a freaking gimme match of a Battle Royal, which you're like 3 months away from the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble, like, to be honest with you, outside of, I guess, the opportunity for the championship, it's starting to become so pathetic. Because radio trips, they gotta be a Battle Royal. SummerSlam, they got a Battle Royal. They got a WrestleMania Battle Royal. And it's like to be on the card, and then every once in a while they're, to be the champion. No, leave the Battle Royal Rumble, whatever you want to call it, with the Royal Rumble. It's aggravating because it's so stupid. I'd much rather have Becky Lynch on this card than the SummerSlam match. But let's not waste no more time, because you guys want to hear predictions. You guys want to see if I'm right or if I'm going to be completely wrong, or you just want to see if we agree to disagree. I'm okay with that. But let's know in particular order. Let's go with the first match first on one of the matches on the card, Cody versus Brock. This is the winner takes the series, I guess. I'm going to give it to Brock. I don't think for every time Brock loses, that they're going to give him a high reward. And I think this is the reward by having him probably beat the crap out of, because I think this is labeled as like a fight or something. So you're going to have basically Brock beat the crap out of Cody for like 5 minutes, do Suplex City type of crap, and be done with it. It's probably going to be maybe a 10-minute match. I can't remember how long their matches were. But they're obviously not long because Brock can't really stay in the match that long, and he wants to go home. So, look, guys, I don't mind Brock Lesnar as a pop every once in a while. But if he's here more than like 3 times a year, I just get sick of his matches. Blank put, I just get sick of them. We have Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. I like Finn. I really do. I think everybody does. I just don't think he's like the one that's like is going to go down. Like, yes, he did win the Universal Championship before he got injured many, many years ago. But it's like he's kind of like the one that where you're like, he's so good, he's so over, but he never won the big one. And that's the case here. I do like the storyline that they're playing up, like with Seth being the heel at the time that Finn got injured and had to give up the title. It was all a cold touch to play it up, to give us a reason. I get all that. But Seth's going to win. You didn't put it on one of the biggest stars that are over of all time just for him to lose it in like 2 months. You're just not. WWE sometimes can, like even in the Triple H era, I don't know if it just seems like Vince McMahon has his touch on it, I know there's been plenty of rumors where they're talking about trying to reduce his role in the creative, which they should. This has Vince McMahon writing all over it. It's going to be Seth. That's who I'm going to go with. Okay. Here's the next one. Okay. Asuka. I don't know why I say her name wrong. Asuka. Whatever. I don't know why. I'm sorry, guys. I get tongue twisted on that. Versus Charlotte Flair versus Belair for the women's, because they were doing the WWE Women's Championship. I think it's called. I don't know, the women's title on SmackDown. I'm going with Asuka. Because I think her evil heel twisted gimmick, Joker-like gimmick, is still over. I do not want to see Flair win the title. If Flair wins this title, I am going to give up on WWE. You do not need her in. She doesn't need a title anytime soon for a while. And you sure house need to stop putting her in the title match. Because it's literally, and I know they're playing up on all her records too, which is even making me, my head tells me it should be Asuka, but my guts tell me it's going to be Flair. Belair had a good run with the championship for over a year, but she was getting stale, and I'm trying to recover from cold. I truly think she needs to be in other feuds away from the title. Maybe do the heel gimmick and get kind of over right now because her product's just stale. Then we got Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso for the title. The Universal Heavyweight or Undisputed, whatever you want to call this title. The all of the above, I don't know. I don't care. But I think we're all silly to think Jey is going to win. Definitely how they're talking of it's the tribal chief in the title, blah, blah, blah. You would literally make Roman Reigns look so completely weak when he was lose to his understudy. There's going to be probably tons of interference somewhere with Jimmy and Solo and Paul Heyman, and it's too much to go around. So Roman Reigns, in my eyes, is going to keep the title. I feel like they're probably going to try to get it to SummerSlam. Guys, I'm just not a fan of part-timers. I love Roman Reigns, but the second that he became a part-timer and to where he defends his title once every 2 months, to me is just getting annoying. I know they might try to make him go for the record, the makeup records, and I think that he's still 300 days away from Hulk Hogan's record or something like that. Look, I don't want him to carry the title for 4 years. I'm sorry. It was cool at first, but it means nothing if he's not defending. And I know back in the old days, the titles weren't defended every single day or every single pay-per-view, definitely in the 70s and 80s. I get that. But that was yesteryear. We're in today's modern era, as they like to label it. Hell of a run. I like the Tribal Chief. But this is getting stale when he's only defending it every couple of months. Next match, we have Ricochet versus Logan Paul. I'm giving Logan Paul this win. Because here's why. He needs one. WWE has invested some money into this dude. I don't know why. I don't care to know why. I think bringing a lot of outsiders in is just getting annoying. And they're just going to give it to him because he needs a win this year. I think he has some couple good spots, but I can't. I think he's on his. He does 4 or 5 matches a year, and he's 0-4. So that I think they got to give him one. You guys can look up the records, but you guys get what I'm saying. With him being a high-profile star, social media star, whatever type of star you want to label him, that's up to you guys. Good for Logan Paul that he's doing all this. It's just annoying for everybody else. But I am giving it to Logan Paul. Now you have for the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus McIntyre. I do think Imperium is going to interfere. They're going to keep the title on Gunther. I do think Drew and Gunther probably should be both in the main event cards. Gunther has had the title for quite a long time. He has defended it, I think, as much as he probably should. I could be wrong. And he's on over a year or two as well. So I totally, sorry, dropped my notepad. I totally get why they're going to keep the title on. I think Drew winning it kind of would hurt me, because I feel like that would be dropping him back a notch. And I know they want to try to preach these titles like it's something, but make no mistake about it. The American, the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title are mid cards. I do think Gunther has showed that he should be a mid card, heavy in the main event card, and move away from the mid card. So he's going to have to eventually lose it to do so. But I don't think Drew winning it makes any sense. So I'm going with Gunther. So now we have a MMA rules match, which is just going to be like a shoot match. It's going to be Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna career has not been the same since the Becky Lynch loss. And that's I think 2 years ago. And I've been preaching that match at the time made sense for Becky to win, because she used her experience over this up-and-coming badass rookie. But I never expected her career to really go all the way down to the tag titles. She needs this win. I think if they give her this win, it's going to really jumpstart her again, because she's going up against Ronda Rousey, and they're playing up all this sparring partners, and I helped her, she helped me, but she really didn't, but we were like best friends, though I was holding this grudge. Hard to tell who you really want to root for, but I do think Shayna should ultimately win this match. Okay, so this SummerSlam Battle Royal. We know Sheamus and we know LA Knight's going to be in it. We don't know who else is going to be in it. Obviously, at the time of this, the event's Saturday, it's Wednesday. I'm still going to give it to LA Knight. They got to give this dude something. I don't care if he's a flash in a pan or a long-term star. Go while the water's hot. And right now, you need this guy to have a title. And honestly, I would love to see him in the world titles at some point rather than the mid-cards. I think the mid-cards would honestly, he's so over right now that mid-cards, he's below mid-cards. So hopefully they give it to him just to give him something. But, it's going to be some crap after that. But I am giving it to LA Knight. So, we're trying to always improve things here. So I'm going to try to post my my record as the titles go on under our Twitter handle at Smash Writing, so we can keep track of the record and talk about it online. Leave your predictions in the comments below, and let's see if we can agree to disagree, agree to agree, disagree to disagree. But until next time, bye-bye.